welcome guys, welcome to my channel guys. So yeah guys, I'm still new into coding. Yeah, I'm a beginner. So yeah, any recommendations out there guys, from programmers? I'm watching this guy, Mr. Mosh. This guy, he explains it, clearly and well. So I'll be starting with Python. It's gonna be a long journey, but yeah, it's gonna be interesting. I'm new into coding. Any recommendations out there guys from programmers? I'll be using YouTube, also some books that I've found online. So yeah. Hopefully I will improve day by day, only 2 hours per day. Maybe in a few years to come we'll be there not. So yeah, welcome to my content.
Enjoy your day. All right, now let's add a second rule here. If it's hot, we're going to execute these two lines. Otherwise, if it's not hot, we want to print a different message. So here, we remove the indentation and type else colon. Now, when we press enter, once again, our cursor is indented. So the code that we write here will be executed if this condition is not true. So here we can print, it's a cold day, print, wear warm clothes. Now let's run our program one more time. So we get the messages about a hot day followed by enjoy your day. We don't see any messages about a cold day. Now, if we go back here on the top and change this Boolean value to false and run our program, we see different set of messages. It's a cold day, wear warm clothes, and enjoy your day. But there's a problem with our program. If it's not hot, it doesn't necessarily mean that it's cold. Maybe it's a lovely day. So the absence of heat doesn't mean it's cold. Back to our conditions. Here on line 4, we have this rule that says, if it's a cold day, then print these messages. Otherwise, if it's neither hot or cold, then say it's a lovely day. So to implement this rule, we need to go back to app.py and define another variable. So let's say is underline cold. We set this to true. Now here we need to add a second condition. So after our first if statement, we can use an elif statement to define a second condition. Here's how it works. So elif, which is short for else if or otherwise if. Now here we add another condition. So is cold. So if it's cold, we want to execute these two lines. So let's cut these from here and move them under our second condition. And finally, if none of these conditions are true, we want to print a different message. It's a lovely day. So right now, is hot is false, is cold is true. So when we run this program, Python interpreter is going to execute the first if statement. In this case, because our condition is false, these two lines will be ignored. Then Python interpreter will look at line 7. It will evaluate this condition. In this case, is cold is true. So we're going to see these two messages on the terminal. Now, in this case, because one of these conditions was true, this else statement will be ignored. So we're not going to see this message. And finally, as before, we're always going to see this message. So let's run our program. There you go. It's a cold day. Wear warm clothes and enjoy your day. Now, back to the top.
guys, like I've learned something. Yeah, this thing seems like more of like an Excel. You know, it's like I've got a condition here is hot, equals false, and we've got like got grades, you know, equals true. So since this one is true, it's gonna go with this one, which is gonna be what? It's gonna be happy. Yes. But if these statements both of them they're false, and then yeah, probably it's gonna go with this one. So if these two conditions are not met, probably the Python code is going to, you know, so to run this one. So yeah. Step by step, we've got this under control.
Stop. If we change is cold to false, it's neither hot nor cold, so it's going to be a lovely day. Let's run the program, and here you go. It's a lovely day. Enjoy your day. So this is the basic of using if statements. As you can see, they're very useful in programming.